Oh, yes, yes, yes. Show Me the Way is from Regina Belle's debut solo LP, All By Myself. Now, prior to the recording of that album, Regina toured with the Manhattans to promote the Back to Basics LP. Bobby Womack produced that album, and when he heard Regina's voice, he knew she had star quality. Well, her star really began to shine after Columbia record executives got a load of her talent and quickly signed her. Regina's first album was produced by Nick Martinelli and Michael Powell, who, by the way, also produced Anita Baker's Rapture LP. You know, there have been many comparisons of Regina to Anita as well as to Billie Holiday, who Regina claims as her musical inspiration. Up next, Regina Belle in Baby Come to Me.
Where I've gone, I started doing Baby Come to Me, which is the first single off the album, some time ago, just to test the waters to see what people would think. And we always got a positive response, and I was really happy about that. And so far, so good. We're hoping to go all the way with this one.
I'm Sherry Carter, and you're back with more Video LP and Regina Belle. Introduced to music at an early age, Regina remembers her family being deeply rooted in gospel. So she says they were a little bit surprised when she decided to pursue a career in secular music. Well, a scholarship to the prestigious Manhattan School of Music gave Regina a chance to study opera, which she says helps her during live performances. Video LP caught up with Regina at Indigo Blues in New York, where she was celebrating the release of her latest album. Regina Belle showed fans the way on her first LP and now asks music lovers to stay with her for the second one. We asked Regina how her latest album differs from the first.
I'm singing more on this album than I was on the last album because I felt like this music, it lended itself more to my voice. I had more space, more room to just kind of spread out.
Regina is a longtime fan of the late Donny Hathaway and recorded a musical tribute to him on this album.
Even though he's no longer with us, his music is so live, it's so real, and you can feel so much emotion in everything that he does. And I wanted that same kind of power to be able to command the audience like he does and say, here it is, you know, and project across and make people say,
She also makes a tribute to silky soul singer Marvin Gaye.
I did Save the Children, which Marvin Gaye did, and I did Someday We'll All Be Free, because I think, like they sang, we can't be free unless we save the children. And those things are important to me, and I think those two artists kind of gave something to us musically that will always be missed.
Regina's singing style has been compared to that of Billie Holiday, and she lists Lady Day as one of her role models.
The sweetness, the tenderness of her voice, I mean, all the things that makes a man say, oh, I'm in love. I think, you know, she's like a model for me for those types of things, all my sweet tones and all of the high stuff, the pretty little things I like to try to do. I try to look at Billie and pattern myself after her. She's just, to me, she is Lady.
When I am with you, getting to know what to do. Now haven't you?
Another role model is songstress Nancy Wilson, who Regina refers to as her showbiz mommy.
She looks after me. She calls me to make sure that I'm okay. She wants to make sure that emotionally I'm stable, that, you know, I'm not going out. And musically, she's my inspiration, because I really feel that in terms of the music, she's the link from yesterday straight into today. And I think her music is going to be here forever. Everything she does to me is so timeless, and I kind of pattern myself after a lot of things that she does.
Regina received operatic training in her early years and uses opera to sustain her R&B performances.
I remember the first time I saw Melba Moore, and she held this note on Lean on Me, seemed like for 3 minutes, and I said, I want to do that. So, you know, I started concentrating on that, and through my operatic training, I was able to do those type things.
She says her gospel training is the real key to her success.
My gospel background is something a little bit more solid because it's a part of my foundation. And I think it's prevalent in everything I do, unlike the operatic training. It carries me throughout because the gospel is really part of me. It's not just a religion, but I think a religion should be a way of life, and that's what it is for me. So my gospel kind of like, I don't know, it transcends from just going to church into my music and into my everyday life, and just, it's a part of everything. It used to be when I was in church every Sunday and life was so easy, and you know, I mean, I don't want those specific things, but in terms of my commitment to what I was doing, I always wanted to be like it used to be, because that's what makes me real, and that's what makes my audience appreciate me, being real for them.
It's easy to see that Regina Belle works very hard in her career. But when it's time to play, Regina takes on opponents for a friendly but deadly serious game of basketball. She describes herself as very athletic with a great jump shot, even though she's only 5'3½". And Regina is proud to add that she was named Most Valuable Player for 3 weeks straight on the intramural basketball team at Rutgers University. Well, when it's really time to relax, Regina just takes a trip down memory lane and listens to the opera tapes that she recorded in college. Here she is now in Make It Like It Was.
That I did the video with, the other lead, his name is Darren Green, and he was like, he was tremendous. He made it easy for me. It was the first time I'd ever interacted with someone on set. So that was kind of interesting for me. I mean, because it was my first time, and he made it real easy for me because he's used to that kind of thing, and it was something I had to like get into. And he just kind of like held my hand and said, okay, watch me. And, you know, it just, you know, it was just so great. I just had a good time. The set wasn't the shoot wasn't that long, so that's always good. And, you know, we just had a lot of fun.
Well, that's a wrap for today's edition of Video LP. If you'd like to write to Regina, all you have to do is stay tuned for a fan club address. We'll leave you with Regina Belle in So Many Tears. Signing off for Video LP, I'm Sherry Carter. Bye-bye.